guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today we have a very special song for you. It's not a first reaction for neither of us, but we've honestly wanted to react to this song on this channel for the longest time. And we finally got the chance to do that. It's Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall. I don't think there is anybody who doesn't know this song. And
Yeah.
even us, that we don't know that much
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, even me. I've heard it.
Yeah, so and we love this song. It's so cool. We're gonna check out the live version in the Pulse concert. We did another Pink Floyd a few weeks ago. I can put a link for that. But we are checking this one out. I think it's the same concert. I am very excited. I love this song so much. I actually, the radio station that I listen to a lot, they play this song a lot. But I also knew this song beforehand, and it's such a cool groove and rhythm in the beginning, and I think that makes it really recognizable from the very first note, and that's why it's hard for me to not know this, because the moment I was like, oh, that's that. So we're happy to watch this together and talk about it a little bit. Wow.
Such a big
Yeah.
audience. Crazy.
It's about to start.
We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers leave their kids alone. Teacher, leave the kids alone. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
I was thinking before, because it had such a long intro in the beginning, I was thinking how cool it is that it's such an experience to be in a concert. And I think it's so cool because it's not just about the music. Music is the core thing, but then everything that is happening, it just sets a mood that even us that we're watching a video of it, I really got in the mood. I think it's the setting, that the lighting, the soundscapes that they played, like a helicopter sound, I think it was, and then the kind of the bridge that gets us into song. It's just, I don't know, I think it's just so cool that it's all these arts are coming together, and then you kind of experience something. I'm gonna talk about it later. It was just in the beginning when I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah. before we get into the guitar and let go, I love the motif that is going on in the whole song. I think it just makes the song like kind of like a
The bass, you mean?
yeah, the bass, but then also like the drum groove, the bass. I think there's like a motif that is going, and then sometimes the other guitar adds a little to that. It makes it so hypnotic. It makes like somebody is just doing this in front of you for the entire song basically, and then the words, because also the verses or the phrases also repeat a lot. It just gives you like brings you to that like hypnotic world that you're just like, oh, this is happening, and I just got that feeling. That's why it was hard for me to
Yeah,
start
related to
talking.
that. Yeah, related to that, I just wanted to say that every time I was listening to this song, it was completely, I was in autopilot and I was just listening to the text and also this very famous chorus melody. But I never, now that I'm listening really actively, I never thought that this bass line, that
Oh yeah.
something like that, this is half important as the main melody that we all know, because this also makes exactly this effect of something, I don't know, but it's half important as this very
Yeah.
famous melody, and it's doing really a very important job also.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're getting into the solo guitar. Oh my god, I love the lighting. Wow. That was so cool. I never watched I
Wow.
actually never watched this song. and was my first time watching it, and I
Yeah,
think
me
this
too.
concert is like everything about it, like the visuals were perfect because because it I think the visuals were helping with that hypnotic feeling that I was saying, because did you see the girls that kind of like the backing vocal girls, their moves were
Yeah.
like kind of repetitive, and then the lighting that, like, especially at the end, and then the motifs that we talked about, it because it's repeating and repeating and repeating, and then it gives you that feeling, but it at the same time it also felt like kind of liberating that you're just breaking that wall coming. It's just, I don't know, it just feels very, very weird in a good way
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
And I think the music itself is really beautiful, and one of the reasons that it's so famous and everybody heard it is because exactly this very unique and very catchy chorus that it has, and it repeats a lot. But I think one of the most important reasons of that this song is so famous is the lyrics and the subject that they are talking about, because even though it's a very very important subject, but it get so less attention to it, and so less people talk about it or make music or movies about it. I know that for example this one is one famous thing. Also the other famous example is Supertramp, the Logic
Yeah, I
Club
was
was
gonna say
saying
that.
something
Yeah.
like that. And also in the art history movies, I'm not sure if it was Fellini or something, but he has also a movie exactly about this very wrong system in this schooling system. And it's so interesting that it's not a subject about one country. It's completely overall in the world. The schooling system sucks, and it kills the creativity and the thinking, the way of thinking of a child, and it makes them like a machine without without creativity and stuff, and then gives so many like similar know how to don't know how to think without a creativity people to the society. And it's very important because you spend the most important years of your life in the school, that your personality is shaping, and you are very very creative, but then instead of improving that, it's just all gone. And you spend really a lot of time in the school also, and it's like your second home. And this school does really really good job in killing all the creativity and all the thinking process. They're like, okay, this is how you have to think, this is what you have to memorize, and this is what we want from you. And if you do it like that, also without any thinking, you will be successful and you will get good notes and stuff. And the part that for me the most meaningful part of this song is when they said that we don't need any dark sarcasm in the classroom, because every time in every class there is one person that sits exactly in the last row, that has a little bit of dark vibes, listen normally to good music, but the other classmates are like, you listen, nobody listens to the similar. Like for example in my classroom, the girl that I told you that she was listening to so many Metallica and like metal music, and she had a very from that age, she was that person, one of that persons. And these kind of persons always also have a dark humor, and they are very smart, very creative, and they know exactly that this system is wrong. And they are the people that know what's wrong, and this is not right. They are just that introvert person with a dark humor, and that nobody understands them, because all the others are like in the childish thing. They don't still know what's the truth and what will face them when they're adult. And it's like the other people are like doing their other stuffs, and then the last person in the last row with the dark humor knows what's going on, and knows that this is so wrong.
Yeah, that's true. And then the fact that, like, I don't know, it's always so interesting to me that bands like that or singers like that take that like bitter experience that they had or something that was like traumatizing, and as you said, it's timeless, it applies to so many places, and then but they bring it so beautifully to music. It always like, it makes it a little like a paradox to me, because the song is so beautiful but then it has like a dark meaning behind it. It's like so cool because you can also, the groove behind that is kind of like a cool like disco vibe to it. And then so
Yeah.
if you don't listen to the songs and then all the lighting, and then if you had no idea what the song is about, it could be like a really groovy song that you just move it in a club or somewhere. But then when you listen to it, so it's always interesting to me the process of like songwriting when the subject is something like that. Same with the Supertramp that we listened to. That one had more of it like a humorous, I think, theme to that. But especially with their characters were kind of different. But this one had more like a serious kind of like haunting vibe to that. But I think that the process is just so interesting to me that they bring that trauma or like that not that good experience, and then they make it to something like timeless and beautiful. So it was very interesting. I'm happy that the actually I loved watching it. I'm gonna go watch it from now
Yeah.
on, yeah, because I always listen to that, but the visuals added so much to that. And I love that, as I said, it's just like a combination of not just music, because it's just the lighting, the visual part, and then the other soundscapes, and it's just so cool. I love that. I wish we would hear or like see that more in like classical music, that is just like more of the performative elements, especially in, I think if you're playing like a solo recital, I don't want to get too deep into that. But it's just always that the visuals are just so like, I don't know, like one dimensional to me. And I wish people, I try to do things like that I bring other things. It's just not,
Yeah.
and not as, I mean, it was received very well, but it's just a lot to put together for one person. Not a lot of people are actually interested or think about that, and I think that's kind of like, I was like, oh, kind of sad, because like you are performing, so you have to think about like actually performing. It's not just about the sound you're making or how good of a player you are. So I'm that's why I think I'm really drawn to these kind of like visual things. Whenever I see that, I like it catches my attention. That's one of the reasons. But that was really cool, and I'm so happy that we did that. We hope you guys also enjoyed it as well. Please don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us more, there is a buy me a coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.